So the rain came pouring down and we had to act quickly. We had to cast the foundation and it cost us big time. How much did it cost us? Using the PREMIX service. Why did we choose to use the PREMIX service instead of manual labor? What would have been the cost if we had used manual labor instead? For this and more information, stick around until the end of the video. To all our new subscribers, welcome to the Under Construction family, and to all the original subscribers, welcome back. Let's get right into this video. Based on the operations you're seeing right now with these two monster trucks, it's three, there's an additional one coming in shortly. You can see that we went the PREMIX route. Why did we do this? We did this for two main reasons. We needed the concrete to be poured urgently. The rain came almost daily until we cast the foundation, and the loose dirt around the foundation, which the backhoe failed to clean up as requested, was making its way into the trenches, and water was settling into the trenches as well, and at least two frogs were making their homes in our foundation before we got a chance to. Secondly, it was cheaper. We compared the prices of three PREMIX companies as well as the cost of materials to use manual labor, and based on our calculations, it really worked out cheaper. I should have prefaced this video with the admission that we did not finish casting the entire foundation. We entered into an oral contract with the PREMIX company we used, and he agreed to give us 18 cubic yards of concrete for the cost of 15 cubic yards. Yeah, we thought miracles were going to work out there, but unfortunately, that did not happen. The plan was to cast our foundation on a Sunday, but early Saturday morning, the company called us and said, hey, we have a 3,000 psi mixture of cement mixed for delivery, but the person who ordered it cancelled on us last minute. Do you want it? Let's just pause to witness the first bit of concrete being poured into our foundation. It was so cool. This is the first time for me watching this kind of a process with the mixer and not manual labor. I've generally seen men doing this, not the machine, and it was cool. It was cool, no lies. Let's get back to giving you some useful information. So the PREMIX company called us a Saturday morning. Were we hasty? Were we naive? Probably to both. So we said yes. We called our builder and his contractor friend, who has now become our friend, and they said okay, the contractor would come and our builder would come as soon as possible. So we quickly got everything and everyone together and we headed over to the land. We were so excited. We already paid the company from the Friday. So it's not like we had that part to worry about, nor did the company have that part to worry about either way. I don't think they would have called us on Saturday morning to find out whether or not we were ready if we hadn't paid them up from Friday. The operator is close by pressing his buttons and things. I didn't even realize he was there until somebody pointed out, hey, this is not being controlled from the trucks, this is being controlled from right beside you while you're there recording. Imagine that. Cool technology. Like I said, it was cool watching this process. So we were relieved that the 18 cubic yards we needed would be coming to us at a cost of 15 cubic yards, or so we thought. When they arrived, 3 separate vehicles, 2 mixers and a pump truck, they told us that they only had 15 yards. 15 yards. We were heartbroken, disappointed, and I was a little annoyed.
So yes, annoyance, disappointment and all was there for me, but that's what we paid for, and nobody owes us anything. Or our contractor side, that's that. We can't fight out nobody. Business are business, and that's just that. So from the get-go, we knew the entire foundation would not be done because, as I said, we needed 18. We got 15. So we agreed to do the livable space, and then we would do the remainder as far as the mixture could go. The contractor asks that the mixture be soupy, a little bit watery. Well, not water. Water is not the best word because if it's too watery, that's not good. But you see how it's flowing out readily here? Yeah, he asks that it be soupy. Yeah. I hope it wasn't too soupy. Like, I really don't know. I really hope it wasn't. At this stage, it's a little too late because the concrete done dry a long time. It dry from, by the time the people them done pouring, it start drying because they have they added an hardener to the mixture, as is usual with these premix companies, which is good. You just have to make sure you water it, which we'll tell you a little bit more about closer to the end of the video. These are the times when I wish my daddy was more involved in the process because he knows this thing, but he can't always be there. He doesn't live nearby, so he trusted the contractor's judgment. He's been doing everything right so far, so yeah, he decided that the entire foundation should get as much as possible, and then we would perfect it later. By this I mean complete the casting process up to the height of the short steels you'll see peeking right there. You just see that peeking out right there above the concrete mixture. Those are the steels placed in the bottom of the foundation to indicate to the pourers just how high they should pour the mixture. But the entire aim of covering as much of the foundation as possible is to ensure that the matting could get covered, and so we could avoid the whole thing of the mud covering the steel and us having to take up the steel and then repaying them to put them down back, clean them up, all of this process. Yeah, he said just cover everything. Let's stretch it as far as it could go. Take it everywhere, all 3 bedrooms, all the bathrooms, garage, kitchen, living, dining, washroom, everything. Cover everything. So that's what they did. There was a little bit of back and forth because he really wanted the livable area to be done properly, all leveled out and step ups and everything done, so we could do the other side. But so the pouring process, it took us about 30 minutes. Yes, about 30 minutes. It was a very short process, and we almost completed every single inch of the foundation. Don't mind this looking empty right now. It's going to be covered. See, he's coming down, he's pouring. There is more in the hose, more in the pump truck. As I indicated earlier, we consulted 3 premix companies. Company number 1 indicated that we needed 25 cubic yards of concrete, and they charged $24,600 per cubic yard. They measured the foundation. They were the ones who came to measure the foundation free of cost, determined that it was 508 running feet, and that's why we needed 25 cubic yards of concrete. To the best of her knowledge, I am pretty much certain she indicated that this did not include a pump truck, and the receipt clearly stated that it definitely, the final cost did not include laborers to spread the mixture, and their final cost was, drum roll please, $707,250 Jamaican dollars, including GCT. I could just see money pouring out of my pockets like the mixture is pouring out of that hose right now if I had decided to go that route, but we didn't. Before GCT, it was $615,000. The pro forma invoice also promised a discount of $106,087, which means that we would have to pay, discount included, taxes, GCT included, a total of $601,162.50. This was the cost for pouring on a weekday, because this particular premix company, they charge a different rate for the weekends than they do for the weekdays. My husband and I work in the week, so we would definitely have preferred for it to be done on a weekend, which in the end it happened on a weekend. Premix company number 2 said with the same 508 running feet, their cost was $22,000 per cubic yard, and we would need 24 cubic yards of concrete to do the job. The difference is their service includes a pump truck and laborers to spread the mixture, and of all 3 premix companies, their business space was closer to our property. The final cost for their services, 528,000 Jamaican dollars. Now, or talk about wasted. Every time I see the mixture go onto the sides and not in the actual trenches, my heart hurt me a little bit. But anyways, the time is coming down. And our builder, he knows, and the contractor who works with him knows a whole heap of people. So they put us on to another premix company, and their rate was $21,000 per cubic yard. Our builder and the contractor agreed that we only needed 18 cubic yards to do it properly, to the foundation properly, not 24 and not 25. Because they agreed that we needed 18, this is how we came to the 18 cubic yards at the cost of 15 cubic yards deal with this third premix company. That's the deal that never made it off the table.
So we chose company number 3. We paid a total of 315,000 Jamaican dollars. Taxes and everything included, pump truck included, no laborers though, but we had our people. So that was cool with us. They are now pumping concrete in what is the veranda, and this is where the mixture finally gave up the ghosts. So 15 couldn't do it, but fear not, there is more coming up. We had zero intention of wasting even a cupful of that concrete mixture. So this is hubby right here, scooping up everything that was dumped from the pump truck onto the ground for us to use on the veranda. You are now witnessing hubby curing or watering the foundation, a very important step after the pouring process has been completed. It slows down the work of that hardener in the concrete mixture, so it slows down the drying process and prevents cracking, I do believe. Don't quote me, I'm not an expert. Thank you. Now, the cost of using manual labor amounted to a whopping $460,000 because we needed 25 yards of sand, 25 yards of gravel, 100 bags of cement, and some small items like barrels, possibly buckets, drums, and stuff. Don't ask me why we needed to purchase those. And to get all of those items, the hardware gave us a quote of $402,000. The builder got 2 men to do the mixing over a period of 2 days because it would take 2 days to cast the foundation using manual labor. The mixers would be $4,500 per day, and the men to carry the buckets to and fro, $4,000 each. So the labor cost would be $58,000 minimum. You see the difference between that $460,000 and $315,000? That's why we chose to use a premix service. So in order to complete this foundation, we will have to have 1 single work day, but even so, we do not anticipate that it will bring us up to $460,000. No way, no how. We might sound a little overly ambitious, but we're just regular people doing regular jobs, working regular money. So, we have to do what we can do to make our dollars stretch. We have come to the end of another video though. Thank you so much for sticking around. We really do appreciate the support. Remember, like this video, share it with your friends, keep the information going out there. And we will see you next week with another video. Until then, bye!